Hello and welcome to tonight's racing here on Gavra Racing. It is of course a Wednesday night, so that means it is the Ginetta Evolution cars for round number 2 here in Christchurch in New Zealand, of course, well, just near Christchurch in New Zealand, for at a circuit here which, if we do say it wrong, then don't have a go at us, please. It is Ruapuna Park Club circuit tonight, and with me as always is Ethan.
Good morning, afternoon and good evening all around the world where watching this from. Hopefully you enjoy our stay here at the in New Zealand. Hopefully we're at Ruapuna, as James said right at the start. Sorry if we butchered the name, but we are just guessing on what this is called. We've searched it up and we've tried to find out what it was called, but me and James just don't know really. So welcome to round 2 here at the Ruapuna Park Club. This is the Park Club. There's many different variations of the circuit, but this is the 1.4 miles, 2.2 kilometer track with 10 turns. First reinstated in 1993. Interesting one, James. It's a bit of a tight circuit today instead of the Dubai that we had last week. Is it going to be a little more closer racing, or is it more towards people trying to be safe heading into turn 1 and stuff?
Same as last week, I think. Very close. Closer than last week, of course. As laps coming in with 1.3s and that. Fastest lap in Project Cars, by the way, as I looked it up just before we do this, is a 1.36. So if they beat that tonight, then they apparently...
Well, we're already at the 1 minute 3.8, so we're getting quite close to that time actually. So
because that was the
very good stuff from the drivers.
Because that was the Australian league that they do, and it's like a proper like esports Australian league, or an Australian league anyway. And they did their fastest was a 1.3.6. But yeah, it should be really close racing. Should be really good, and I do hope for some good good clean racing. And we've lost. I think it was Johnny. I think that's how I say it. I think he's gone tonight. No, he's back. Never mind. Is he? No, he probably has. I don't know. Hello to everyone who's here, Aguileta, and to Demetrius. Hello to both of you. Let me get the championship up for you guys, and we will work it out here for you. Now it's into round 2. So here we go. On 30 points, we have backs. David on 24 points. Lonnie on 21. Davon, is it right? Dalavan on 18. Akara Gim on 12. Marquez on 11, but it says R next to his name, so I think he was reserve. I don't know what that means, an R, but anyway. Duke Martin on 10. Boston Mo on 9. Johnny on 8, and Kev Samval on 7 points, and it's Pet Biv on 6. Ciaventa on 5. Aguileta on 4. Bresser on 3. Make HHLB on 2, and GJDM92 on 1.
Thank you very much, James. That was good. So, if you're not familiar with this type of racing, these cars are much more of a junior class, but we take it as quite a big class for our whole Gavra League racing. It's a whole system that we work towards, and people get recognised and they move to different groups. But these kind of cars, it's a V6 right at the front. They're very, very lightweight. They don't have a lot of power, and I believe, James, if I'm correct, they top out to about 140 horsepower. I believe it is. But yeah, they're pretty fun cars. You can just chuck them around. I'll stick forever. We found that James driven one of project cars.
Yeah, I've sorry guys if you can hear Ethan a bit, but having a little bit of a technical issue just then. I can't tell you what it was, but anyway. Yeah, I've driven one on Project Cars. They are a very nimble car. they're not the quickest of cars, as we say, but they are still really good to race. But yeah, I do apologise. It might be my headphones, so if you speak again in a second, Ethan, just check, because you just went like I heard like 2 words, and I heard like a little pause, and then you were still speaking. So let me know, guys, if you heard that.
Hopefully you can hear me now. I don't know. I think it's resolved.
Yeah, that seems, anyway, it seems a little bit better. But Dalavan is leading with a 1:2.5. He's broken the record from an Australian league, esports kind of league, which is like the lowest esports you can do in Australia and New Zealand, and broken their time, so well done. If you're still there.
Okay, hopefully I managed to fix the problem. Am I all okay now?
Yep, you're fine.
Oh, brilliant, brilliant. I've just managed to fix it. But we are just about 3 minutes to go in practice session here at... I'm not going to like this track's name, Ruapuna. I think they need to change it, really. Do you think, James? I think they need to change it. I think we'll start a campaign telling them to replace the name for this track, but we'll live on. Do not worry about that. We're here in New Zealand, and probably they've got some fancy names. But that, as you said, James Dalavan with the 1 minute 2.5, I'm already doing quite well. I don't know which times you're looking at. Got better need sport drivers here, so don't know really. But yeah, let's have a look at a few comments while we have this little stint of a little bit of cars just going around at the moment. We have Jukebox Gaming, mate. This could be a great race for these cars. Battles, hopefully it is. Hopefully it really is. A little bit tighter this track than Dubai that we had last week, but it should be close. I hope it's so, because we did have a fantastic race last time out in Dubai. And hope, as Heavy Buller does say, should be another close race. Yes, very much so. Last race was very, very nice. Very great to comment on. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. We've got 10 people watching at the moment. We have surpassed the 700 subscribers for the channel. We really do appreciate it, and hopefully we can build this up further and further beyond our wireless streams. You know, just the commentating. Me and James just commentating on this on a Wednesday night. Hopefully it's become one of the greatest things that we can talk about to our grandchildren or something like that. But yeah, well, hopefully we should have a good race tonight.
I've got to say this, but we've got to put a hashtag out there saying hashtag beat AOR. Come on, we need to beat them. Come on, come on. We need 10 point. We need another 11,300 of you. Come on.
Yeah, that's about right.
Come on. No, actually no. What I would say is Apex Online, Apex Racing. If you don't know who they are, they're an I know you're thinking of the one I just said, but they're an iRacing one. They have about 3,000-4,000 or stuff. So try and beat them. Just would be good. But no, I'm joking. I joke. Over 1,000 subscribers, we appreciate it, and we all appreciate all of you subscribing.
We really do appreciate it. So if you would like to, and you're new around here, and you currently like this race, well, I'm currently in practice, but if you go on to enjoy the race, go enjoy the qualifying. We have many more different championships in this league. We have Ferrari. What are they calling it now? The what is it? The 33 SP. We have this Ginetta Evolution with GT3, the McGann Trophy, and we have the Gavra Academy. Those are great 3 championships that you should go and watch if you are enjoying this content. If you just leave a like, it really does help me James out.
And we have tomorrow night the Ferrari race as well. So it should be fun. Is Joe in tonight, Aguilera? Yeah, so Joe is in tonight. Somebody should be here. I think maybe Aguilera couldn't be here tonight, so Joe is in his space instead, as there's a glitched car in the pit lane.
Yes, there is.
As King Quinn comes across the line. He's a reserve as well tonight, I think. Oh, he goes a little bit wide and pops it back into pits as we see the glitched car again for a second there.
Yep, so that's practice over right now. About 32 seconds left, but we've only got 2 drivers actually finishing off their laps. Akaram gonna finish off his lap. The other driver did. He put back a bit, so that's the practice session over here at Ruapuna Park Club with Dalavan leading the pack already with a 1 minute 2.5, with Lonnie in second with a 1 minute 2.7, and David Crone only, what was it, about 2 separating the front 3. It's looking good.
I think so.
Am I glitchy again?
We did have Jukebox about 2 minutes ago say, we can hear you all. There was a quick glitch, but it gone.
Brilliant.
So I don't know if it's my side, because when I turned my headphones out, you were clear as day. So it could be just could be just me, could be just me. I don't know.
It might just be my end. I think my brother's playing FIFA or something. So it's gone away so now, so we can just concentrate on what's happening on the track. Let's just have a look real quickly while drivers are warming up their tyres, warming up their brakes. Let's have a look at the comments before we say goodbye. Andrew, no, I'm in one for the... so it's Joe. So yeah, brilliant. It was just Joe, I thought it was somewhere else. But, so we got a 10-minute session here at Ruapuna Club Park. I believe that's the right way around. Is it Park Club? I don't even know anymore.
It's Park Club.
Brilliant. James, you know what time it is. It's james'spredictions.org.
Before we do the predictions, I'm going to let everyone get their thoughts out in the comments. What do you think we should do? What do you like? Let us know. Do you like it where we have practice, qualifying, race, or do you like it where we have practice, a bit longer qualifying and race, or do you like it where it's no practice at all, a long qualifying and a race, or do you just want the race without qualifying or practice? Entirely up to you guys. Let us know.
Reversed.
Yeah.
Which Formula 1 was trying to do. But yeah.
So, yeah, GT3s by the way on Friday I think are here at the GP circuit, so that's going to be interesting.
James, it is james'spredictions.org.
Oh, Boston spins.
I guess he's your prediction.
Boston has spun. No, my predictions tonight, everybody. I don't know actually. I think I have to go with what I know. So I'm gonna say this, guys. I know it sounds boring, but is he here tonight? He's not. Oh, he is. He is. So I'm gonna go for Dalavan first, David second, and Ciaventa third.
Interesting.
And I know you're thinking, why? Because they're all quick drivers tonight. As Dalavan goes pole with a 1 minute 2.9. Yes, amazing.
Which is slower than his practice time. He is 4/10 off his practice time, so he can make up so much time. He probably wanted to put a banker lap first to ensure that he is qualifying, but that is about 4/10 slower than his actual practice time. So just watch on track to see if he will go faster. But yeah, guys, please do put in the comment section who do you think will be sitting on pole position when we go to the 5 red lights. It would be interesting to know.
Yeah, we took.
And that was james'spredictions.org.
Hello, Chef. Good to have you here as well. Yes, Chef. Hello. But no, hello to everyone who is watching. We do appreciate it. And as well, let us know your thoughts on the tracks. Do you like the calendar this year? Because it's an interesting calendar, I've got to say. It is a
lot of tracks that I haven't heard of, like Ruapuna Park. I've just never heard of it before, to be honest with you.
Yes, we're going to tell you some circuits. You've got Forest, which is the Alton part of Forest next, Long Beach, Watkins Glen, Cota, Brands Hatch, Imola, and Algarve, which is Portugal, of course.
That's my favourite one out of all those. It's got to be Imola.
Yeah, I like Long Beach. Got to say Long Beach.
Oh, Long Beach in the dark.
Oh yeah, gonna be good. But then just to say to all of you who are going to be watching the whole championship from around the championship, which is Nürburgring, sorry, all the way down to Silverstone. I don't think Ethan will be here because of his GCSEs. So
Yeah, got them in. Oh, what was I saying? May.
yeah, so there you go. He's
Start
not good. He's not going.
late April,
Yeah,
May,
so
and
he's not going to do that. But he'll be back for the Spa Franken Shop, the final round.
Yep, I'll be back for that. But until then, you're stuck with James, which is not a bad.
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine. It's good to be here. Good to be here with me. But yeah, I'm quite boring. I don't really.
You're in safe hands. Don't worry, guys. You're in safe hands.
Yeah, thanks. As I always say this, I think we're the second channel people on the channel this week, or third on the channel this week as a car spins. Thanks for 700 subscribers. We have been trying to hit 700 for a bit of time now. So whoever did hit it, thank you very much for all of that.
Yep, very nice.
You hit a milestone. My channel hit a milestone. So thank you very much, everybody. Yeah. We hit 208 subscribers. Woohoo!
And as I said before, Donovan did do a 1 minute 2.5 in the practice session, and he has gone faster with a 1 minute 2.5. So he definitely did make up a lot of time there. Probably his first lap was just a banker. And for some reason, he's going really slowly and going on grass, which is quite concerned about. Has he run out of fuel or something, or?
Well, I just saw.
Now stopped.
Well, I just saw Boston Road go past, so I don't know if he's on a hot lap or not. If we can go to Boston.
Confusing there.
If we can go to Boston Road. Oh, just go on somebody who's not. I don't know. Is there anyone on the lap? Oh no, Boston Road came back into the
just
pits.
gone into the pits.
Oh, here he comes
Looks
back
like
out
he
there.
bolted his lap maybe onto some new tyres.
His teammate.
There's David Carone. That's his teammate, yeah, as you say. He's only 2 tenths off pole position. He might be able to make it up. And he's flashing his teammates to get out of the way, get out of the way. Because it's hard braking, you can see the flames out of the exhaust. Absolutely beautiful. Beautiful from these cars. Even though they're a tiny V6 right at the front, they're so lightweight. They still spit out flames out the exhaust. Which I've only ever seen a Lamborghini Aventador do. So.
We've lost the driver. Driver has disconnected from the station.
I don't want that to happen again. I remember back in the GCs. You can see when he went into that the rear diff locked up and he just went. Yeah. He had no grip with the rears and he just went. So that's really unfortunate there for David Carone.
If you didn't watch it, because I don't know if you did, just one thing before we do get into qualifying and practice and all that. Did you watch Top Gear at the weekend?
No, I do not watch because of the cast.
It's not the best cast of presenters now, but the thing to tell everybody was if you watched it, the star in the reasonably priced car, was KSI.
Yeah.
And they did a challenge where they had to drive from the Yorkshire Dales. Right, so like they picked a location in Yorkshire Dales. They did a quick drive. They went to stop at like this house. Got a few co-drivers to come in, so like the Stig, Damon Hill, not Damon Hill. Was it Damon? No, Damon Hill, I think it was, and one other driver, right? To go in like a lady who sat in one of the cars, and then they drove from there to Cadwell Park. Did as many laps as they could at Cadwell Park, and then got the challenge. Whoever did the most laps at Cadwell Park wins, pretty much. And yeah, it was pretty good. And Damon Hill, this is a quote now. I know we both live in Cadwell Park. The quote was, "This is the best part of the circuit." It was the bends at Cadwell Park, saying this is the best and most tricky part of the circuit. And they clipped that Cadwell Park app and said, "Oh my God, a legend of F1 has said that about our circuit."
To be honest, I would have been a track and an F1 legend ran the track and it called it the best part.
Yeah, he was very happy about it anyway. But yeah, there you go. But no, KSI was on it. I can't believe that. To all of you who know KSI, he's the YouTube boxer guy we have. Just to give you a quick idea, very quickly, because we get back to this now. 54 seconds, I think, to go. Yes, 44 seconds now. And
not long to go.
Lonnie's second. I'm surprised on that.
Are you?
Yeah. I thought it would be David to be second. He's pushing though for this lap.
He is pushing. I was just waiting to see what he can do. David is only 3/10 away from pole. Do you think he might be able to get it? As Donovan has set a 1 minute 2.4.
Maybe, probably, possibly. Here he comes in. No, yes. Sorry, yes he can. Is he going to come to the line in time? He does. Just across. Goes, improves. There,
Straight to the bits.
1 minute 2.7, which he was 0.343 off, so he's now 0.13 off.
That is the checker flag out right now. Qualifying is complete. Drivers will be able to finish off the lap they started. Driver better is coming straight into the pits, and let's have a look at Donovan. Might be improving on this lap. Tricky corners here. They're long and tight, and there's a lot of corners around this track, which is really different. Harry, I would absolutely agree with you. It's a very tight grid, and Donovan, I believe he doesn't improve.
No, we still have 12th and 14th out if you want to look at them.
Yep, if I
well, 12.
try and get down to...
Oh no, they just crossed the line.
Yep. Right, so that is your top 10 right there. Unfortunately, can't get. Oh, we can. Okay, but Donovan is in first place, finishing first. The Italian with a 1 minute 2.4. Lonnie closely followed by around about 2/10. David Corone with 3/10 behind. Boston Rowe is fourth with a 3/10 behind, and fifth. The whole top 5 is separated by 5/10, and then when you go down to 10th place, it's separated by 8/10. It was a very close qualifying, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. It was Besser 5th, Interceptor 6th, and Bax in 7th. Very, as we say, very close. All over a second. If you actually look at the whole field, 1.5 seconds they were split by.
Crazy, absolutely crazy. But we're now going to head into this race. We've got about, I think it's about a minute and a half until the drivers actually, until the lights go out. Drivers
very
doing
nice
their
sector.
pre-setups, making sure they've got enough fuel in the car. And then we're going to get racing at Ruapuna Park Club Circuit. It is a 2.2 kilometre track with 11 turn 10. Twist turn, sorry, 11. Why am I thinking of 11?
Two twisty turns.
It's going to be a very close race. I hope it is indeed. With the top 10 separated by 8/10, it does look like it's going to be quite a close race here today at Ruapuna Park. This championship's already going quite well, isn't it?
I think it is. It's a surprise that Besser's this high up. No offense to Besser, but he didn't do very well in the first race, so it's good to see him up in the top 5 today. As Jukebox says, as somebody goes, here we go. Hi guys, to Flip. Hello Flip.
So we're just waiting a few more seconds, then we should have the 3 red lights turn into green. Just gotta wait and see. So, James, if we've got time, we would like your jamespredictions.org. I don't know if we've got enough time or not, but just quickly.
As I said, I'm going to say it again. I think it's going to be Dalavan win, David second, and Boston third. As somebody in the chat says, you can do 26 laps here in 30 minutes. As here we go then. Over to you.
So here we go. Unfortunately, we cannot see the red lights, but we have 2, 1, and his lights down. Away we go. Donovan gets the better initially, but Lonnie does get a better getaway due to the wheel spin, and he just gets his foot down close enough. And Donovan is 3 wide heading down into turn 1. Donovan's going to go into turn 1, possibly in the lead, unless Davan's just a bit he's pushed out. Well, David's gone into the front, and Donovan's been pushed out wide. It's a great start by David there. From third place, he's overtaken 2 already, going down into the first corner. Oh, and
somebody
there's
off.
someone wide at the back.
Oh,
Someone wide at the back, and there's 2
off.
cars.
There
Two cars off. Unfortunately, can't get a camera shot.
Oh,
And there.
Pet
That's
Biv
really
and
unfortunate.
AKA, which is acronym. There, very disappointed there. Can we have the map on quickly, just so if there is any confusion, we can have that there. But yeah, very surprising there to see that. Oh, somebody going in the pits. Beza or
Bess has gone into the pits. It looked like he was going to go back to go off track, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. It looked like he was about to smack the wall, but the pit lane is so sharp.
It really is sharp, and almost panicked there. I thought someone was about to crash into the wall. Jesus. Right, so let's get back onto the track. Bats Console Planet leading the championship into 4th place. Hope he can make up some places here today and continue his championship lead.
We're 3 wide behind them. We're gonna.
Yeah, if we can get there, yep. So, we have a battle for 6th place. Quite a few cars, technically. We also have a battle for 5th place as well. But Kevsa putting pressure on Boston Row, going for the sweeping turns here, and you can see they just wanted to get past. You see these. If you had a look right there, Kevsa had a full lock on going for that corner, as I believe that was Civetta going a little bit wide. I think that will be turn 8. So it's already turning into an absolutely fantastic race. And these cars, as you know, we always say, these cars are not affected by any, loss of downforce. They do get a tiny bit of slipstream, but not a lot. And obviously, they don't have DRS like Formula 1 cars or something. So these cars are purely on driver's speed and driver's skill in these circumstances. So we'll just have to wait and see what these drivers can figure out. But let's just go to the front real quickly. Go to your leader. Dalavan has taken over the lead from David. David must have made a mistake somewhere, and he's now got a 5/10 gap. It's not a lot. He has David right in his tracks, and he's following him through every single corner, and he's gone off.
David's gone off. He made a little mistake and went off there, but in the background, as you can see, there's a red there. David now is about to be overtaken by Boston Row here.
Oh,
here goes Boston there.
He's losing a lot of blazes, and Boston Row is looking to overtake him. He's got the slipstream. He's tucked right underneath his front wing. Oh,
now he goes. Look, he's going to go for the dive bomb. Oh, he nearly tried the dive bomb there.
That was so close.
What I do here, I'm going to say this now. I'm not great racist, so don't quote me on this. As Boston Row now looking like he's going to go down the outside of the corner. Can't do it. It's going to corner 1 and then into the corner 2, because it's like a sweeping corner 1 into like a braking corner 2. Dive bomb him into the corner as Boston Row is doing now.
Yeah. Oh, and they both touch. One of them's going to be furious at each other, because now Boston Row has just lost a place to Interceptor, and he's intercepted Boston Row.
Oh, we've got a spinner in the background.
We do have a spin in the background. I don't know who that is. That is McLaren. Oh, it's been a dreadful start for McLaren. He did quite well, but then he's now lost 2 positions due to that spin. So not a great start for him. Boston Row, where? There he is. David's right there. Okay, so David. Alright, so he's in 4th. He's managed to keep him, but intercepted past Boston Row, his teammates, and they're all fighting out for 4th position. The gap at the top between Dalavan and Lonnie has stayed the same, around about 2 seconds. The gap is, so it's been quite good, but obviously the front, Dalavan will probably get away quite quickly. He is a consistent driver. He just keep consistent this time around. He got the penalties last time around in Dubai, but it was quite easy to get a penalty around that track. Around here, it is quite difficult. Let's have a look at Boston Row. He's managed to get past both Interceptor and
David.
Yeah, he's got past both of them. So I don't know what happened there, but he's had a good set of positions gained there, and much needed for him to push forward now. hopefully he can go and get all the way up into third place, passing Bax, our championship leader at the moment, who won last time out in Dubai.
So as I say, as you can see that sweeping corner, then into this braking zone just where we are now. Go really quickly into that braking zone, then after that sweeping corner you then go late on the brakes, I do, and then go around the car, go inside the car or around the car, and it works. And that if they know to do that, they can do that. But look at this, Interceptor's got a little bit slower here, and he's got Kev right behind him.
It's getting very close between these. I mean, I mean, one of them's holding up the other one, and the next one's holding up the other one. It's just all a crisscross manoeuvre, and it's all now going to be a train track for who is trying to get fourth position and go and try and catch at the Bax.
It is.
Which Bax is got, I believe, he's got the fastest lap time of 1 minute 2.9, unless that is his last lap, which I believe it is.
It is, David.
And David, he's wants to go and look out down the inside. Boston Road, do you think he's a bit aggressive there, trying to just tell his teammate to back off? David goes a little bit wide, probably outbrakes himself there a little bit, but it doesn't really matter too much because already you're going to have a lot of run-out room right there.
You are. Bezo and Joe are battling in the background, but we'll leave that for a minute because it's not really close. But yeah, I think he was aggressive. I think what you should do, and I know to be fair racers here, because we are a fair league, if you wanted to know. No puns intended. I don't know why I said that though. But going into the first corner is to not go straight back and switch back. So don't always go back in front of the driver. I know you want to keep the position, but don't always be that aggressive and slide back over because you could make contact and crash him out. So.
The first rule is to not crash into your teammate. That's always the first rule.
They're probably in a call. They probably talk to each other probably on Discord or somehow they've talked to each other this week and said, just we know who's quicker here. I'm going to get through or something, and it's going to be like that. But then in race time, you just lock yourself down like it's not going to happen. And here goes David there around the outside. It's going to be a tricky move to do if he can pull it off, and he's done it. Oh no, he hasn't. Oh, and Interceptor has gone off as well, and that makes a great move there.
They need to just calm down because they're going to crash into each other.
Oh, they have nearly crashed into Sia, whatever his name is. The Sia, him. They've nearly crashed into that car. There, they let that go a little bit there. But what happened really was David tried on the outside line, Boston was on the inside, and then after the corner you go to the outside, then he just clipped him and just made him spin a little bit. But here he goes, back through on Kev he goes, and so does Interceptor back through on Kev. So yeah, Kevlin, I think. No, that's Kevlin, I think that is. So, oh, Bezer gets a 1 second or a couple of seconds penalty there.
I mean, it's turned into an absolutely fantastic. I thought the tighter track would affect the overtaking and drivers not wanting to overtake. Obviously, it's not at all.
It hasn't. It's side by side in the background here. You're just missing it a little tiny bit there on your screen. Has he done it? He has. And Kev is through on Interceptor. Very nice move there in the background.
Let's have a look if there's any battles. Moments. This is a battle between Interceptor and Savita. It's all so from 8th to 4th. This is a battle for 4th, really. I mean, Boston Row is leading it. So the battle for top 4 is Boston Row, David.
Oh, he made a mistake.
Which he had just made a mistake, and he's allowed Interceptor to get past. Quite a nice move from Interceptor there, as you would say, around the outside. Caught him napping.
Oh. David and Kev have penalties. Now, can we just quickly go onto the board quickly? This might be.
Just get over to it.
There, two seconds for David and 1 second for Kev. Kev's Samval. And yeah, so we take this off now.
And the Karen's got 3 seconds up, penalty.
We have a battle for the lead, by the way. 0.4 now. The gap. It's gone down.
Let's look at this battle between Dalavan and Lonnie. It's going to be quite an interesting battle, as we know Lonnie. What was it, GT3 and GTE? Both of them. So
Davlin was GT3, I think, and Lonnie was GTE.
Yes, I believe it was. I think it was that way around. I get too confused.
Or Davlin may have never done GT, but we've definitely had him in the championship we did before. So
I think it was GT3. I think so. I can't remember.
here it goes
But
then. This is Lonnie.
but Dalavan, only 3/10 in front. He did lose quite a bit of time that lap. Hit to his best delta time, about 9/10. So he's done a 1 minute 3.8, and he just goes a little bit hard later into the braking zone. You can just see that they want to maximise as Lonnie maximised them at the track there. Do you think, James, it's hard to get power going turn 1? Maybe there's not enough traction, or do you think they're scared of that curve?
Well, I don't know really. It's hard to say. No, there's plenty of traction in corner 1. It's just it's just hard. It's easy to lock up and go. It's easy to go wide at corner 1 because of the nature of the corner. Because it's a sweeping corner, then it's like a sweeping corner on the straight kind of, and then a break into corner 1. So yeah, it's kind of tricky, but people can. It's easy to done. As I say, so it'll be fine. As they're coming across the line, it is 3.1 now. The gap between 0.31 between Davlin
Just
and
getting
Lonnie.
closer and closer and closer while he's in the slipstream. And maybe no, he's not going to think about making a move just yet. You can see he's right on the rear of that car. You can see him just want to get to the slipstream and
He is
right overtake
aggressive.
him. You can see that he's thirsty for that pole position. He's thirsty for campaign on the top step of the podium.
Well, I don't know if he is Lonnie actually, because you look at last lap time, because it's he tried.
Oh, Lonnie's hit
Actually, he
Davin.
is. He is, but here he goes then. Side by side does Bax. And can Bax make it through? No, he can't. So last lap, by the way, was a 1:3.582 for Dalavan. Lonnie 1:3.573. So Lonnie is quicker. But there is
Lonnie
now
quick at the moment.
that's still that battle going on in the midfield, as you can see on our screen. This battle's kind of gone for a second. We'll head to that now.
Yep, we'll have a quick look at this between David, Boston Rowe, Interceptor. I think Civitas is a little bit too far behind now. But David, he wants to try and get past Boston Rowe and maybe catch up to the top 3 and challenge for a very nice podium there for him. It won't be too bad for him, especially with the start of the season like that.
Because it's so early on in the season, I just think I think people are pushing so hard. At the end of the season, at the end of the season, everyone knows where they're going to get in the championship, so don't push as hard as they could do. If that makes sense.
It's a bit like what Alan Prost was, wasn't he? He like the professor. He just what to do in what race to win the championship,
and it was
or to just stay in a position.
And it was Alan Prost's birthday on, was it Monday?
It was who?
Alan Prost. It was his birthday on. I think it was yesterday's birthday actually. He turned 65. So happy birthday to you, mate.
He's quite old. And now?
But the gap at the front now is now a tenth. It's less than a tenth now. There we go.
It's less than a tenth, and I'm trying to get there as soon as possible. The cameraman's a bit slow, but Lonnie, I think there was side by side going to turn 1. I think Lonnie didn't want to take out the race leader because that'll go down in the history books when he took out the race leader. And he's just look, I mean, there's no destruction in the airflow, and look, he's side by side, he's going to go down the inside. He's broke a little bit later. Ooh. That was close between them two. Very close. Unfortunately, Lonnie's going to have to back out of this because he won't be able to get any moves around the outside of those 2 corners due to the camber. But great racing up front, wasn't it?
Very good up front, here it is. So this is a gap which is 0.2. The next gap, which is close, is Kev and Silka's that car, but we'll stay with this one. Yeah, very close. I just think he got the better run out of the start line straight into corner 1 and can get through here. By the way, just to tell you, we've had 15 minutes this way, 14 minutes and 50 seconds to go as here he goes. Lonnie down the inside he goes. Nope, can't make it stick it in corner 1. He might try down the second straight here, as they're about to head onto that second straight any second now. But
Bax is a lot closer, and it looks like he wants to try and make a move.
Here we go onto the second-ish straight. They go. He's not going to get through there. Any battles further down?
So...
There are battles further down. There's Joe, Beza, and down there at the bottom. So we'll keep an eye on that for you if there's anything happening there. But this is the closest one at this moment.
It does look like Lonnie is a lot faster than Dalavan, but he just cannot find a way around the car. But Lonnie's had a better run through that final corner, and Dalavan's had a bit of a shocker right there. He's going to get in a slipstream and hopefully be able to overtake him on this straightaway. He's going to go side by side into turn 1. He's only half a tenth. That must be him in front. It must be. It is. Lonnie's taking the lead of the Ruapuna Park Club Circuit here in New Zealand. He's taken the lead of the Gavra Racing League, and that'll be a brilliant result if he can cement his championship fight already in round 2.
Here goes Bax. Bax down inside. Has he got it?
Bax also going to have a go.
Look, he has. He's done it.
He's got it. He has got it. And
corner
Dalavan's lost 2 places on this 1 lap.
He has.
What we're saying.
Just further back in the field, you can see there in the back, David and Interceptor close, but no, very good from the top 2 there. I think he's just losing time. Don't know why, but he's losing time. Maybe got
I think it's because
problem.
Maybe he's not used to, being behind 2 drivers. Maybe the airflow might be a little bit different. He may not like it. He may have to change his work rate. Maybe he's a little bit, I don't know, maybe. Yeah, he really did struggle after Lonnie got past him. Maybe he was quite angry in the car or something. But we will not know at the moment. But that's because this broke up just a little bit. Let's go ahead and look at this with David. Looking like he wants to really get past, including intercepts, to get past Boston Row. And I reckon this is the exact same as the last fight. I think David is faster than Boston Row, and Interceptor is. Boston is not having any of it, and he wants to try and catch up, but he just can't because he's trying to defend from his teammate and Interceptor. If I was him and it was my teammate, I would let David in, and they both touch, and David's had to go onto the curb there, so we're trying to avoid contact between the 2 teammates.
Just to say in the background, Joe has got past Make there in the background, so good job there from Joe. As Kev now gets a penalty. So, AKA gets a penalty as well. That's on the side, by the way. I can't see his actual name right now, but he's got a penalty as well.
Let me just see. No, so all the top 4 has not got a penalty, but David does. So, if both Boston Row and David were in and talking, I would be saying let me through, because he's trying these constructors points and trying to hit them away because Indus is about to overtake.
Oh!
An Interceptor looking around the outside, but I don't think he can make them on the outside, especially on that camber. Oh, it's very close to that. I thought they were about to hit the front bumper of Interceptor. It's going to hit the left rear of David. David just about survives there. Boston Row. And sustained lead, getting away just a tiny bit, about a 7-8 tenths difference between Boston Row and David.
Just to say, Joe, Bezo and that for 12th, having a nice battle. But yeah, great racing today. We haven't even spoke about any of the topics because we probably won't have time to, and we only have 10 minutes to go.
Only 10 minutes to go here at Ruapuna Park. There's no real time to talk about topics. Maybe we can do that sometimes later. But yeah, hopefully this is the same for next time out, where we are at the Alton Forest Parks, or Park Forest.
Well, here
Fosters?
We go. Who's this then? Is it David through on Boston, or is it Boston through on David? It's Boston through.
He's just completely pushed his teammate straight out of the concept. He did not want him through at all.
No, we did not.
I think it's a bit of dirty driving there, don't you think, James?
Yeah, sort of. Sort of, as you can say, as they come now across the line, start lap 20 for them. But, wow, Boston Row was rightly to do that. But David now going to try and get back through. I think David here just needs to be calm, not have a go at Boston. As here he goes. He's braking later. And it's through, David is. No, he's not. He's not made it stick. Oh no, he
He's not
has.
made it through at all.
Nope. But as I say, in the background, if you can see it there, we'll keep an eye on the. I'll keep an eye on it for you in the little tiny thing for Bezza's just got Maker just got back through past Bezza with Boston Road weaving, and David through though. Boston Road clips him and spins him. Oh, they've touched. No, two teammates
I knew that was
touched.
going to happen.
No.
I knew it was going to happen. Them two were going to touch, and they've just lost a heap load of points with Interceptor now again in the 4th position. What were you doing?
No, there's still yellow flags though. He still hasn't spun the car around. Now he has, and away he goes.
No, he has.
But
I reckon David and Boston are both having a go at each other. Like, what were you doing?
But as I said, there's still that great battle for 12th and 11th, 12th, 13th and 14th. We'll keep an eye on that if you really want us to watch that, because we just saw their mate get back through on Bezza, so there's the leads come down as well to 1 second, to 0.1.
Alan Rainsy just put pit lane punch up between teammates after the race. That is actually quite funny.
Just to say we have a battle for the lead. Well, we did.
We did. And it is Bax in 2nd place with Lonnie in 1st, so they switched around positions since we last came to them.
Yeah, it's KN, whoever KN is. I think that's King Quinn. Is about to be lapped.
Looked like I almost got taken out then by Lonnie. He came across quite viciously when getting onto the straight, and I think they should probably let him through.
They probably will, but yeah, I would love to see that.
He's gonna fight. Oh no.
I watched the race. So this is a true story. I was not a real race. I wasn't there. It was real, by the way. This race. And these two people crashed. Actually, I was at the circuit. The two people crashed and they had like a fight at the circuit. Very funny.
It's quite funny. I remember.
But here he goes. Oof.
Oh, don't want to have another David and Boston Road moment again.
Back.
It was all just a think, can't you see David spinning and Boston and spinning, you see Interceptors coming in and smashing right into the back of Boston. It was not a pretty sight seeing all that. What are these cars made out of? Aluminium? Something like that?
Something like that, yeah.
Something like that, all aluminium broken up and carbon fibre everywhere. May even damage the cars.
Here we go, then.
Bax is going to try and make a move. He wants to try and keep his championship lead heading to the 3rd round here, but I think Lonnie is just about going to keep that 1st position with about 6 minutes and 15 seconds to go.
Just to say, the only British circuit we go to this year, we go to 2 actually, Silverstone. Okay, we go to quite a few, but the first one in the first half of the season, the championship, is Alton Park next round, which should be fun. Oh, a car off, and that, I think, is Cal off the circuit and has lost his chance to get back up to the leaders. Devlu, sorry, get back up to the leaders.
James, you want to keep on talking while I try and fix it?
Yeah. Lonnie. Interesting to see what he can do tonight. It is. As here he goes then. Bax. Just to say, in the background again, we still have that fight going on with Joe, which we will go and watch for you in a minute. We still have 5 minutes to go. If we could, and if you can still go back very briefly and just see what is happening. Yeah, Joe has just been overtaken by Bezza, but Bezza and Joe are side by side. They are very nicely. Yeah, this is the Joe Black who's a replacement tonight, and I think if you're in the chat, we're talking about him. Oh, when he taps Bezza there, and he spun the car Bezza has. So that's put Make up the position there, and Bezza now down to 13th now he goes. But still 4 minutes and 40 seconds to go. That was the closest battle we had. They're still side by side there. Who's going to make it stick? Is it going to be Joe, or is it going to be Make? Is that Make? I think it is, and he's done it. Through he goes, and Joe now with a great switchback here. This is for low positions, but you still get points, and every point counts in this championship. But here goes Bezo! Off into the wall goes Bezo, I assume. No, he saves it, but into the lead there.
I was about to say, he did not puts it in the wall.
Mike, or Mick, Make, sorry, I'm going to call him for now, didn't do very well there, but the leaders are 0.4 away now. Oh, it's gone back up, so not great, of course, but yeah. There is. This is the only real battle I could see. It isn't a battle anymore. So if you want to go to look, I'm trying to think of a car that is battling. The leaders, and you can speak again.
Backs. Lonnie lost a few positions there.
I think they're lapping Kev. So or they're lapping Good, or GJD, whatever his name is, I think. Back's got a 2.4 second gap now. He's put that right out there.
So Back's console in the lead, and it looks like he's going to extend his lead at the top of the standings here today at the Ruapuna Park Club Circuit. God, I still can't use that name. I think we need to start a campaign, James, to try and get that removed.
It's actually
now.
Well, you can do, if you really want. It's actually not called around. Well, okay, if you want the, okay, if I can actually just get off here, we can go up here. It's called the Mike Perro Motorsport Park. Mike Perro Motorsport Park. That's more better, I think, than Ruapuna.
Oh.
No. Sure. Oh, by the way, we have 2 minutes and 30 seconds to go, everybody.
Yes. So, James, you know what time is?
Oh, God.
It's driveoftheday.org.
So if you didn't hear that, guys, that was jamesdrivetheday.org. Just to give you a clarification there. We could hear it, so I do apologise if you didn't. There is Bax, maybe. Bax Console Planet, maybe. Gets Drive of the Day. As Lonnie, Dalavan and Lonnie are close together now. So that could be a good battle. But yeah, them two. Got to give it to him. Got to give it to Bax for coming not from the lead up to where he is now. So yeah, he's got to give it to him.
Absolutely brilliant. So your driver of the day is Bax Console, who's actually going to extend his championship lead here today to 60 points. Lonnie is, well, Dalavan's gone off. Wait, where's Dalavan?
He's gone off circuit. He got back on.
Went off circuit and it looked like he outbraked himself and went into the escape road there. And he's now into third place. He stayed in first place, actually. So Lonnie keeps his second place. Yeah, it looks like Dalavan just outbraked himself, and he is outbraked. He just... Okay, I think Dalavan's broken. Are you seeing this on your screen?
Oh, he's disconnected.
Yeah, he disconnected. Shite. Okay. Yeah. Didn't really want that tonight, to be honest with you. No disconnects I didn't really want. But never mind. Bax will probably retain this and get his win. And that'll be 2 wins out of 2 already. Do you think this is another flip, James, or...?
No. They're side by side in the background. Is it going to be... Is that Lonnie and Interceptor battling away? I think it... No, it's not, sorry.
No, it's Lapcar.
No, I don't think it will be. I think it will just be... Bax has just done great in the first 2 rounds. People are just getting used to the car. If you've never driven this car before, it's a tricky car to drive. I've driven it before. I did an academy for a different league. Don't need to say the league. They don't need to be named. For reasons I can't, they kicked me out of the league, so I can't really say their name because I could get a bit annoyed. But basically, I did the in this car, very tricky car. Everyone's doing very well tonight. This is, by the way, the lap of the race.
They nearly just finished off the race. Nearly just finished off the race if the timer didn't go. But they are going to complete 30 laps in 30 minutes, so it's not really that bad. So it's a lap every minute, which, to be honest, is not too shabby.
No, it's not. Thank you for all the comments, guys. Do leave us your driver of the day in the comments right now. Who you guys think, because we do ours and yours. And the only real battle we do have, if you want a battle right now to finish off the race.
We'll just watch Bax when he comes across the line. He's going to be coming around the final corner.
There's the last two now coming across the line, getting the white flag, and now the check flag's being unravelled. Over to you.
Bax Console Planet is going to take the victory here in Ruapuna Park Club.
No, he doesn't. Lonnie wins it. He just run out of fuel. Oh my goodness me.
Oh my god.
Can you put the
Bax Console Planet has just lost the race with about, what was it, about a metre to go?
Yeah, can you just quickly put the I know we shouldn't be doing this. Can you put the Speedo on just to confirm that? Oh, I can't see it. Okay, great.
He has got enough fuel. He's got 0.7.
So maybe he slowed because he thought he could win it.
I don't know what's happened there.
But Bax is not winning.
That is too confusing.
Here they come then
so
across the line. Do 10th, do now 12th, 13th and 14th there. Crosses.
Really, really confusing because Bax has just lost this race with about a metre to go. So Lonnie has taken all 30 points here at Ruapuna Park Club, and Bax has finished in second place, and the difference was 4/10. So that was an interesting start. I thought Bax had this in the bag. I don't know what's happened there. We have to try and ask him, try and get some questions and see why he lost the race. Interceptor finishing third, Boston Road finishing fourth, Ackerman finishing fifth, and that is your top five there today. Quite a few penalties across the board, with Ackerman with the biggest penalty, about 3 seconds.
Just to say, then it was David and the rest of the field. Well done to Joe for getting 9th. So then it was Sietra, if I butcher that, I'm sorry, Petbiv, Joe, Besher, Mate, King Quinn, GJ, DM, and Kev Sandville, who did there. But yeah, great to see that. Just to say for all the drivers here, the gap to the leader apparently from last was 2 laps. But no, 1 lap, sorry. But very surprised to see that there. I always thought Bax had it. I thought Bax maybe was slowing down, going, I'm just going to slow because I've got a gap here of about 2 seconds. I can slow this down, and then didn't realise how quick he was coming, and bang, wins it.
Yeah, that was an interesting right to the line. I mean, we stayed on it, but yeah.
You thought he won. You thought he won. You thought he would have crossed the line, and then I saw Lonnie jump the top. I was like, Lonnie's won it.
I thought Bax has already won it. But yes, well, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us tonight. It's been a great race already. We've had 2 great races. Season pre-season testing was a good race, I heard, in Spain, but unfortunately, for reasons, we streamed that. I won't go too much detail about that.
Yeah, I'm sad to say that. I'm annoyed at that because, no offense to anyone, but I went on Discord and they popped in the chat saying, Cadwell, you're joining literally like 5 minutes before the race, and I was like,
well, thank you very much, everyone, for joining us tonight. Me and James making this stuff our hobby. We love doing this.
We do. Yeah, we do. Yeah, so I'll ask the question because we have a little. We'll just have the last quick question is, why do you do this then?
Whenever I think I was around about 8, I fell in love with motorsport and cars, and I just love commentating. You know, I'm not good enough to be a driver, so I just commentate on what other skills are. Why do you do it, James?
Fair enough. So, yeah, I agree. I wasn't very good, but no. When I was like 6 or 7, when I was like 5 or 6, right, I used to have. I used to every my birthday and Christmas get Hot Wheels cars, and I'm going to be embarrassed to say this, but I used to like have like a mat on my floor and like race cars around there, pretending to be a commentator.
I think we all want, to to be honest with you.
And then it just came into being commentary, like as we're doing now on PlayStation. I first started. Gavra found me because on Project Cars 1, when I was like 15, I think it was at the time. Because I'm now 18, if you want to know. I just randomly got 2 different car classes, so I picked. I think it was GT cars, and you could just pick multi-class, and that would be GT4s and 3s, and that was Project Cars 1. And I just picked them and put them together and did a quick race, like 20 minutes, and commented on it myself. Like no reason, it was just bots, and it was on my second. It was on it was on YouTube channel, and then he found it and said, "I really like your commentary. Do you want to join us?" And then and then I joined Gavra and all of that. But I enjoy commentary and all that, and hoping in the future maybe if we do get anything, maybe commentate for proper racing in the future. So like go to a go-kart circuit or go to an actual race circuit and have proper cars and just say, and we'll hand over to a different commentator because we can't see the rest of the circuit and stuff. But I think they're still here. I think Lonnie's still here. Maybe we can talk to Lonnie. Maybe. I will invite him just in case, everyone who's watching. So hello to everyone who is still here. Thanks for all being here still. We're trying to get Lonnie in for a talk and interview. I don't think I do have him as well. There we go, Lonnie. There we go. We've invited him. So if you can hear us, Lonnie, and you're listening to the chat now, we're going to invite you to just have a quick chat about how you won that race. Because the guy who backed, he's left.
It was quite surprising.
We're just gonna. I've invited him. We'll invite him one more time just because it's Lonnie and he might not join. Because he's from a. I don't think he speaks English. I don't think so. Lonnie. He comes from the Netherlands, so maybe he doesn't speak English, but you never know.
Never mind.
We'll just give it until 38, and if he doesn't join at 38, ladies and gentlemen, we will end the stream. If that's alright with everyone, let me just showcase the car. There we go. There is the car look that we had here tonight. A very good car indeed.
Hello Lonnie, how are you? We're still on the stream, by the way, so don't swear or anything.
Yep.
Well, it looked like an intense race there, especially with what was it? Yeah, it was intense. It was great on the stream, so thank you very much for all the battles. But right at the end, I don't know if it backs ran out of fuel or something, or... And me and James thought that might be a possibility. Maybe he hit you. Yeah, maybe a little bit of contact. Maybe you just thought that wasn't very much sportsmanship, and he wanted to give it back. So. Well, he's a fantastic driver, and he's doing very well in the championship, including you are. So. I mean, we were watching on the stream, and we saw that you were much faster than Dalavan, much faster. And when you got past, you just went with backs. Because it's a lot tighter than it is than Dubai that we had. Dubai was quite wide and it was easy to overtake, really. But this track was a little bit more tighter and a little bit more difficult in that sort of sense. Mm.
Mm.
Yeah. There's a lot of battles. There was about 8 cars, well, not 8 cars, about 4 cars for position 4, while you guys are all flying up front. So there's a lot of battles on the track. It was great. Yes, very close, and we were stunned by it. Only like the top 10 was separated by 8 tenths. It's crazy.
Thanks.
Well, thank you very much for providing us some content for the stream.
One quick thing I've got to say for next time, Alton Park Forest Circuit. Are you looking forward to that? Okay.
Yeah, that's gonna. Because when you're in these cars, they're very light, but you rely really on those front tires trying to grip up, aren't you? So it does heat them up quite fast. So yeah, I don't know what was happening. He was glitching about and he just got disconnected. It was really unfortunate because there's a great battle between you three. Hmm.
Hmm. He didn't.
He hasn't had a lucky season so far. He had a penalty last time out that could have won in the race, and now he's been disconnected. So really tough luck for Dalavan, but you got to look forward. Always got to look forward.
And well done
But
again.
yeah, and well done for your victory. Thank you very much. Well,
That's
this is it for this week. Next week we are at, as James said, we are at the Alton Park Forest. Is it? I think it is
Yep.
Forest. I think that's a spelling error on the websites. But if you'd like to check out any of our social media or our website, please just go in the description below. If you'd like to subscribe and put on the bell notifications, we have many more championships in this league that are hosted throughout the week. We have the Gavra Academy, the Ferrari 333 SP, we have this Ginetta Evolution, which you've just been watching today, the GT3, and the McGann Trophy. Very good championships, and I believe the Ferraris are tomorrow night. So I look forward to that. So we're back next week at the same time, about 8 o'clock. So I hope everyone has a good evening. Thank you very much, James, for joining me tonight.
That's alright, anytime.
And congratulations on your win. And
That's alright.
thank you very much, and we'll see you later.
Goodbye.